I did this in a class the other day that I took. Do you guys have something in your house that smells good that you like to smell, whether it's like a spice or a candle or an oil or laundry detergent, or a smell that you like that maybe throughout the day, if you smell it, it'll bring you back to where you were on your mat? It it was cheesy and it happened in this class I took the other day, but I was like, that's nice because when you do this stuff at home, you don't take the time to do that part of the experience. So take a second and find something that smells good. And then smell it. Mute yourselves and start seated comfortably. You can rub it in your hands if it's something soluble. Close your eyes. Take a big, deep inhale of that smell. Let it go. 2 more whiffs. And 1 more big breath in. And then drop your hands and exhale. Let the palms face up on your thighs and breathe normally. Maybe still catching lingering drafts of that smell. Letting go of facial tension. Make sure your spine is nice and tall. The inhale lifts you up from the front line of the body. And the exhale grounds you down the back line. And then bring both hands to your heart, one on top of the other. Bow your head slightly at the start of your practice. Tuning in, feeling and honoring how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, heart beating, worries, anxieties, excitements, fluttering, glute pain, whatever it is. Accept it. And then open the eyes, blinking them, letting the light into the floor in front of you. And lift your gaze so your chin is normal level. I'm facing sideways, but you don't have to. Stay seated cross-legged. If you have blocks, I think you both have blocks, you can put them in your hands, and it's just kind of nice to have that extra height underneath your palms out to your sides. And then take your left arm up and over. You can drop your right forearm to the block. Root your left seat to the ground. Turn your chin to your left armpit. Take an inhale. And then exhale. come back up. Take your left arm down, right arm over your ear. Root your right butt to the floor. Turn your chin to your right armpit. Stay for one more breath in. And out. And then just keep going side to side with your own breath. Breathing in. Exhale. Other side. Inhale. It doesn't have to be my tempo. And exhale. Maybe let your full inhale keep you in the stretch for that long. And then exhale lifts you up. And then your full inhale on the other side. And just keep tick-tocking right to left. One more each side. So the next time you have your right arm over your head, you can come to sit up tall. And then switch your shin, other shin in front. Reach both arms straight up into the air. Bend your left elbow and just cap it with your right hand. And then same side bend, but holding your elbow, lift up and then arc to the right. Root your left seat down, hollow out your left armpit, relax your right shoulder blade down your spine. You can kind of lean your head back into your left bicep so that you're not rounding forward, you're still lifted. One more breath in. Exhale, come back up. Keep your elbow in your hand, but reach your left arm up and then forward and then to the right. And it's just this shoulder stretch. You can hook your right elbow around your left arm. Notice if you're kind of like pulling your shoulder out of your socket, you don't necessarily want to do that. You're just stretching the muscles. So you might counter this stretch by rolling your left shoulder head back. One more breath in. And out. One more thing with the arms like this, you're going to eagle wrap them. So you're already halfway there. Eagle wrap, you can grab your left wrist with your right hand, or you can clap your hands together. Whatever you do, lift the elbows chin height and then draw them forward away from you. And we're going to do some cat cows as we are seated. So on the inhale, draw the elbows in an arc, forward, out, and up, back bending. And then exhale, wrap the elbows forward and down towards your navel, like cat pose. And then a few more. Inhale, cow, tip the pubic bone forward, arch up, look up. Exhale, cat, round the spine, elbows to navel. 3 more. Last 2. One more. Lift the elbows back up to chin height and then circle the hands down to the ground. Stay, just relax the shoulders, roll them back, full breath in, full breath out. And then arms come back up. Breathe in, bend your right elbow, cap it with your left hand, relax both shoulders so that the right armpit gets more deep and hollow and your left shoulder blade slides down your back. And then lift up through the spine. You can already feel your head kind of pressing into your bicep and go over to the left. So you're getting long from your right hip to your right elbow. And keep the whole body like it's between 2 panes of glass. So not rounding forward or arching too far back. You're nice and even. One more breath in. And out. Keep your elbow in your hand, but sit tall. And then flip your right hand up, forward and to the left, hooking the elbow around the arm, getting this stretch to the front of the bicep, keeping your neck nice and long, connected to your spine, keeping your right shoulder head rolled back so it's not just being tugged too far out of its socket, just getting the stretch muscularly in the fascia and the tissues, but not trying to remove bones. One more inhale. And exhale. Eagle wrap the right arm around. So you've got your right wrist in your left hand or hands clapped, elbows chin height, bring them forward. And then inhale, cow pose, tip the pelvis forward, draw the elbows upward. Exhale, cat, round the spine, draw the elbows to your navel. Again, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Full breaths in and out, 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Elbows chin height. And then unravel the arms down by your sides, touching the floor of your blocks. Roll the shoulders back. 1 breath in. And out. So nice. Make your way onto all 4s. Clear your space. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. And then take your right foot, tuck your toes behind you and open up the back of the knee and the calf and the Achilles. Start to feel your core engage and your transverse abdominals. New words. That's the side, like your obliques, the outer abs wrapping into the navel. Good. And then float your right leg up. Reach your left arm forward, kick through the heel, flex through the toes. If it's too much on your hip, Erin, you can keep this extension, but just drop the foot down. Navel in. 3 more breaths. Good. And then drop your right toes down, your left hand down, and we'll take it to the side bend. So drop your right heel to the right, swing your left shin out, peel your right arm up, and then take your right arm over your ear. Find this side plank variation. Getting long from right heel to right pinky finger, like your body is this half moon shape. Turn your left shoulder to the left. You can turn your chin to your right armpit. And then either stay here for these last few breaths, or if you want a little extra, reach your right arm up, reach your right leg up, and start to pulse your heel up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, navel in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, right arm swims forward and down, and you're back to all 4s. Good. Inhale, cow pose. Pubic bone forward, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, cat. 2 more. Last one. And then neutralize, and we'll take the left foot back. Tuck the left toes, open up the back of your calf, Achilles tendon. Back of your knee, starting to engage the core again, navel in, outer abs in, neck is long. And then float your left leg up hip height. Reach your right arm forward and feel this extension, whether the toes are actually lifted up or down. Kick through the heel, reach through your fingertips. 3 breaths. And then return the right hand down, left toes down. We'll take it to the side plank. Drop your left heel to the right, swing your right shin to the right, feel your left arm up. Grow your left arm over your ear. Find this crescent moon shape from heel to fingertips. Turning the chin up, rolling the right shoulder right. Enjoying this opening in the left side body. And then either staying exactly as you are or reach the left arm up, reach the left leg up, and pulse the heel pretty quickly up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot down, left arm swims forward and down. Back to all fours, flip your wrists for these cat cows. So turn all fingertips back towards the knees. And either, just move any way you want, either linear or spherical. Move your spine in ways and shapes that you haven't yet feel like you want it. Maybe traveling the torso forward and back. Or moving super slow, articulating through the waters of your body. About 5 or 6 more breaths to get even. So if you're circling one direction, circle the other. One more breath in and out. Return your palms to face forward. Walk them a palm print in front of you and find down dog. Tuck your toes. Lift the hips up through bent knees and just walk it up. Bend one knee, drop a heel, shake your head, shake your hips, flutter your lips. Drawing the bottom ribs in, even though you're back bending. Ears in line with the biceps, triceps point back. Here you're hollowing out both armpits, getting that extension through the arms so that you can get along through the side waist and get your hips up as high as possible. And then you descend down from the middle of your thighs, down through the heels, heading towards the floor. Holding stillness in your dog now, but energy moving everywhere. You're pushing the mat forward through the inner palms, through the thumb mounds, and backwards through the inner feet, through the big toe mounds. One more breath in and out. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. Keep your feet hips distance. In my case, a little wider than hips distance. Head heavy. You can hold opposite elbows or interlace your hands behind your head, just helping weigh your upper body down over the lower. Your knees are parallel, your inner heels wrap forward. Maybe your belly is connected to your thighs. If not, you can imagine that fold where the belly reaches the thighs, where your lungs reach the thighs, and your lungs are as big as your thighs. So breathe that deep into the back of your lungs. Switch your grip if you have one, other forearm, other thumb. One more breath in. And exhale, hands to the floor. Tent the fingertips, lift up, breathe in. Fold, let it go in the breath out. Keep the weight forward in the balls of your feet. Keep a little bend in your knees and roll all the way up. Take your time. Once you're standing, shrug your shoulders forward, up and down. And then let's all take the feet as wide as the mat. Circle the arms up over your head. Hook your thumbs and go over to the right. Back through center, over to the left. And then tick-tock right and left. When you go over to the right, you can bend through the opposite knee. Over to the left, bend through the right knee. Okay, one more each side. And then stay up. Keep your thumbs hooked, pull them apart. Feel this broadness across the front collarbone and then the back scapula. Take one more breath. And then exhale, sweep the arms wide and fold down. If you have blocks, put them in between your feet and then move, Pappy. Step your left foot back. Start coming into a lizard pose. So your hands will be inside of your right foot. Right foot is outside of your right hand. On blocks. Yeah. Your right heel is directly under your knee. Staying in this active lizard for 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And then exhale, lower your left knee down. Point your left toes, either stay on your palms or you can come down into your forearms for lizard. I'm gonna stay up. If you have a third block, it also might feel nice to use a third block in front of your left thigh. I might do that today because it's just feeling like overstretched. This gives you a good boundary. So I have this foam block in front of the left thigh, supporting me, but allowing me to still feel the stretch in the left quad thigh. Is what I'm trying to say. And you can turn your right toes out, but hug your right knee in. 10 breaths. Last 2. And then on your next exhale, if you have this third block, move it out of the way. You can stay on your forearms or come up to your palms. We're gonna do the quad stretch. So kick your left heel towards your seat. I like to do it with a flexed foot. So you're flexing the left toes and kicking and curling the hamstring. Push the blocks down so you can lift the chest up. And then reach your right arm forward, up and back to grab your left heel. And you're not completely turned to the right, but your navel directs where your head looks. So if your navel's 2 degrees to the right, that's where you're looking. You can widen your left arm to the left if you'd like. Kick the heel away from you, but pull it in with your right arm. 3 more breaths. And also find your right foot pushing down so that it's not just everything relying on one side, but you're using your full body. So push down through the ball of your right foot, kick back through your left heel, push down through your left hand, pull in through your right arm. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release the left foot. Both hands down. You can stay on blocks if you have them. You're gonna lift your left knee and then walk your hands with blocks or not to the left, turning all 10 toes parallel. Line up your heels and you're in a straddle. blocks are not underneath your palms, you're gonna walk the arms forward without weight bearing in them. So your weight is still in your legs, but you're almost finding down dog through weightless arms. It's really just there to give you the side body stretch. So you can test yourself, make sure you're in your legs by bending the knees a little bit and lifting the hands. And if you couldn't do that with your arms, you might need to slide the blocks or hands back. Parallel knees, so bring the inner knees forward and draw the inner heels back. Your feet are somewhat parallel, but if anything, they're kind of pigeon-toed. Toes are in more than the heel. Flaring your anus up. 5 more breaths. Feeling the low back decompress. Symmetry in the hips. One more breath in. And exhale. Lock the hands on blocks or not so that they're underneath your shoulders. Find a nice half lift. And then if your hands are on blocks, bring them together, medium or high height. I'm actually going to flip mine to the highest height. And then left hand down to a block, little bend to the left knee, lift your right arm up so that you're finding this open twist. Yep. Your weight tries to stay even in both feet, so you might need to favor your right heel more than the left. Flip the right palm to face forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, swim the right arm forward and down to the floor, blocks, little bend to the right knee. Left arm comes up, flip the palm forward, take an inhale. And then exhale, swim it forward and down, and you know what to do, keep going. Inhale, peels the arm up. Exhale, takes it through, use your own breath. Close your eyes and swim in your favorite lake or ocean, river, pool. I wish this is what I looked like when I swam. I don't have this technique. I should try it. One more each side. Good. Once both hands are down, you're gonna frame your right foot and face the front of your mat again. So I'm gonna take the blocks with me, medium height, turn all 10 toes forward. Now my hands frame the foot. Good. Move the hands, the blocks out of the way and step it back to dog. Thumb mounds pushing the mat forward, big toe mounds pulling it back. Outer armpits in, navel in, low ribs in. Anus still flaring up, releasing that sacrum. One more breath. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat, feet hips distance or a little wider. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. From the four corners of your feet, inhale, rise all the way up, lift the arms up. Exhale, stay standing, hands to a prayer and down by your sides. And then widen the feet as wide as your mat. I'll show you this from the front. Your feet are wide. Lift the arms up, hook your opposite thumb on top, zip yourself up tall, and then do the side bends again. Let's go to the left first. But as you go to the left, now complete the circle, folding forward and then down to the right and up. Whew, and just take 2 more big circles in this direction. And then once you're up, Next time, stay up and go to the right. Oh, yeah, moving things around. One more. Good. Next time you're up, stay up. Pull your thumbs apart. Relax the shoulders, feel broad across the front and back of your chest. And then exhale, open arms, dive down and fold. Bring your blocks inside of your feet, step your right foot back, find your lizard first actively. So hands are inside of your foot, left heel in, left toes can spin out, right heel kicks back. Finding this long line from right heel up your hamstring to your glutes, looking forward. 3 more breaths. One more breath in. And then lower your right knee down on the exhale. Point your right toes. You can keep your hands on your blocks or floor, or you can come down to your elbows. I'm okay without the third block on this side. I just have an injury in my left side, so I was using it there. But if you want, you can use that block on the right side as well. Might feel nice. And then even here before the quad stretch, you're using your whole body. So you're pushing down through the ball of your left foot and you're pushing down through the pinky side of your right foot so that you wrap the right outer hip forward. So both legs work. And then your hands or forearms push down so you can lift your chest up. Relax the face. Hug the left knee in, but the left toes can spin out. Big breaths here. Five more. One more inhale. And exhale. If you're using the block in front of your right side, you might move it. You can come up to your hands for the quad stretch if you like, or stay on your forearms. And then kick your right heel towards your seat, flexing the toes, feel that hamstring curl. You might walk your right hand to the right a little bit, and then left arm forward, up and back for the right heel. Kick the foot away from you. Look in the direction of where your belly button's pointing. Push down to the ball of your left foot. Push down through your right hand. Kick back through your right heel, pull in through your left arm. 3 breaths. Where can you relax, especially if this is a super challenging place? One more breath in. Exhale, release your foot. Both hands, left arm forward and down, both hands to your floor or blocks. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and turn the toes to the right. I'm just gonna turn around so I'm not facing my butt. Line up your heels, turn your toes out for this one. Toes out, heels in. Ditch your blocks, bend your knees a lot, and bring your hands up to your thighs. And make sure the right knee points in the direction of your right toes, left knee points in the direction of your left toes. You can just, I slipped, sway side to side. And then we're gonna twist, drop the right or the left shoulder in, turn to the right. And back up. Right shoulder in, turn to the left. 2 more each side, through center. Over to the right. And good. some cracks in your spine through center, over to the left. Really stick your butt back like a squat. And then once more to the right, up, and once more to the left. And up. Good. Lift your arms up, straighten your legs. Whew. Turn your 10 toes forward. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side bend. Good. Come back up. Bend the left elbow, cap it with your right hand. Side bend. To the right again. Come back up. Holding the elbow, left arm up. Forward and to the right. Find this muscular tissue stretch. And then eagle wrap, the right arm under. Clap your hands or grab your left wrist, making a fist with your left hand. And then we're going to take it to warrior two. So keep your left foot basically as it is. You might turn the toes in slightly and turn your right toes all the way forward. Bend into your right knee, but keep your elbows pointing to the side. So pointing to the long edge of your mat. You hook your chin over your right shoulder and breathe. Bending into your right knee, but keeping the weight even into your left heel. Elbows away from your face to the left. Wrapping the outer right hip back, drawing your inner right knee forward. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale. Start to straighten your right leg. Unravel the arms down and then reverse your triangle. Slide your left hand down your left leg. Right arm up and over your ear. Digging down through the ball of your right foot, getting the stretch into your right side waist. And then triangle pose. Cut your right hip back. Reach your right arm forward, and find a block down to the outside of your right heel. If you don't have a block, you can put your hand on your shin. But if you're doing that, flip your palms so that you don't so easily rely on the weight of your hand, so that you can kind of press bone to bone and look up instead of down. So hand on the shin or a block, push down to the ball of your right foot, carve your right outer hip back underneath you, creating space in your side waist and your underside waist, your right side. Left arm flip up, flip the palm forward. You can look up towards the ceiling or just keep your neck nice and long. Getting a lot of space in this left hip, low back area. Two more breaths. Good. And then inhale, press down through the feet to lift your arms up. Use your side ribs, side waist to come up. Turn your right toes in, grab your right wrist with your left hand, and side bend to the left. Come back up, bend the right elbow, cap it with your left hand. Lean your head back into your bent arm and then side bend to the left again. Keep your elbow in your hand, come back up straight. Right arm flips up, forward, and then crosses the body, getting the stretch across your right arm, but pulling the right shoulder head back. And then eagle wrapping the left arm under the right, clapping your hands or grabbing your right wrist and making a fist. Turn your left toes to the back of your mat and find warrior two facing the back. So your gaze and your knee points to the back of your mat, but your elbows continue pointing to the side towards the side edge. Make sure your left toes are straight to the back of your mat, so your left knee can be straight over your heel. Dig down through the right heel. Maybe those right toes turn in slightly. Breathing into the back body, feeling the stretch across the back, upper back, with the elbows going forward and away from the chin. Find both feet even. 3 breaths. Relax the face. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg by digging down to the ball of the foot. Unravel the arms. Flip your left palm up and over your ear. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Get the stretch in your left side waist. And then try to keep this much stretch in the left waist. Cut your left hip underneath you. Grab your blocks along the way and take it outside of your foot for triangle. Right hand can come onto your hip at first as you find your legs. Hands to your shin or your block. Push down through the ball of your left foot, but pull your left hip underneath you, keeping as much space as you can in your under waist. And then you turn up, root down through your right heel, root down through your right hip, and then the right arm lifts up. Flipping the palm to face forward, relax the shoulders away from the ear. If it hurts your neck to look up, don't do it. Just keep the side neck long. Treat it like a side bend. The only way that it'll feel okay to look up is if you have built the shape well from the ground up, your legs feel stable and you're able to turn the chest. But if something isn't feeling right today and it doesn't feel right to turn the chest, you won't be able to turn the head, and that's okay. 3 breaths. Feeling this openness through the right hip, right low back. QLs. One more breath in. On the breath out, press down through the feet, ditch your block. Lift both arms up. Turn your left toes in, feet are parallel. Whew. And then circle the hands out and down. Find your way to your straddle and just take 5 breaths here in your straddle any way that you want to go. Hands can go forward or back. You can grab your ankles. I'm reaching my hands behind me, lowering the crown of the head down towards the floor. It's not touching, but it's going for it. Inner heels back, inner knees forward. Anus flaring. 5 breaths. Take one more full breath in and stay for the exhale. And the hands back so that they're underneath your shoulders. Half lift. And then frame your left foot back to the front of your mat. Turn all 10 toes forward and step it back. Dog. Clear your space back in your dog, even and symmetrical. Pulling the mat forward, inner palms, backward, inner toes. Sideways lift and long. Pelvis tilted up like cow pose. Bottom ribs in. Inhale, pull forward to plank pose. Exhale, hinge it back to dog from the pelvis. Inhale through to up dog. Keep your toes tucked, keep your thighs lifted. Exhale, down dog. One more, inhale up. Exhale, lower your knees. Hinge your hips back to your heels. Child's pose, feet together, knees wide, forehead down. You can keep your arms forward like this. You can bend the elbows and make your hands into a prayer and drop the thumbs behind the nape of your neck and draw the elbows forward. You can put a block under your forehead or chest or elbows or hands. Let's stay here for 10 breaths. Winding down, slowing down the breath. Last 3 breaths. Take one more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Reach the arms forward if they're anywhere else. And then walk the hands back. And make your way up to sit in Virasana. I'm going to take a block to sit under the pelvis, knees together, feet coming the block. Palms can face up or down on your thighs. Relax the face. Circle your arms out and up. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Bend the left elbow, cap it with your right hand. Stay here, or keep your left elbow bent, reach your right arm up. Turn to the right to help you wrap. Half bind your right arm around you. And then either, that's a step 2, you can keep your right arm half bound and face forward again. Or if you've got the grip, reach your right hand up for your left hand and make the grip. I'm gonna do the half bound version. And then lean your head back into your top arm. Notice if you're overarching here to get this clasp, there is the tip of the pubic bone forward, but there's also the rooting of your sits bones down so you can sit up nice and tall. Breathing into the front and back of your chest, breathe 360 into your rib cage, front, back, and sides of your ribs expand on the breath in. Contract on the breath out. More breath. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly unravel the arms. Palms face up on your thighs for a moment. Feeling maybe a little uneven. And then inhale the arms wide again. Up, bend the right elbow, cap it with your left hand. Hollow out the right armpit, relax the left shoulder blade, stay there. Or step 2, turn to the left a little bit. Reach your left arm around a half bind. Stay in step 2. Or reach your left hand up to clasp your right hand and then unwind forward again. Reset. Tip the pubic bone forward, root the sit bones down. Lean the back of your skull into your upper arm. right collarbone pulls right, left collarbone pulls left. Just continuously finding your own frame from shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip. And if anything is out of place, you just put the puzzle piece back. So if something is too far forward or too far left or too far back or too far right, you just shift your body until the frame is in place. Relax the face, bottom ribs in. Three breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release the arms, palms face up on your thighs for a few breaths. Feel the inhales rising up the front line of your body, the exhales descending down the back. One more breath in. And out. Lift your pelvis up to move the block out of the way if it's there. Lean onto one hip and extend your legs out in front of you. You can put a blanket under your seat if you would like it. Feet hip distance or wider. Pelvis tipping forward, just off of the blanket if it's under you. Anything you want for your head in between your legs. We're going forward into Paschimottanasana. Lift up through the chest, breathing in. Hands can be by your sides. And then exhale, lead with the sternum, forward, forward, and down. A little bend to your knees is healthy. Grab for whatever you'd like. You can even keep the knees super bent and hug the arms around the knees that you hold this boundary. And then after a few breaths of lengthening on the inhales and deepening the fold on the exhales, you might find your forehead drop. So it's okay to kind of attempt this long spine for as long as possible. And then when you want to relax into it, it's okay to round the upper spine. So you keep the low back in this cow pose. So the low back is always pubic bone forward so that you have this space in the low back rather than rounding the whole spine. And then when you want, you can round the upper spine and let your head fall to something. Build a tower, use your architecture. And then after a few breaths, once your head is down, you can again try to lengthen on the inhales and fold in on the exhales. Even with the head making contact with something. Five breaths. One more breath in. And out. Looking forward. Walk your hands back. Sitting upright. And we'll finish in Supta Baddha Konasana. So use whatever props you would like to lie on your back. Feet together, knees apart. I'm going to build a whole structure for myself just because I'm pregnant and I can't lie completely comfortably on my back. So you can do what I'm doing, which is a nice restorative back bend, 1 block high, 1 block medium, and a bolster, giving it this incline, or just lie flat on your back. If you are doing the bolster thing, you saddle your hips right in front of it, feet together, knees apart, and have blocks nearby or blankets or pillows nearby for your knees as you lie down. I'm also going to use a blanket under my head because it's here. And then the arms can go wherever they like comfortable. Maybe they're on the floor, maybe they're on their body. Close the eyes and breathe deep. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rock your head side to side. If you'd like, you can stretch your legs out long. Take your arms over your head like you're just waking up. And then bend the knees and roll to your side, even if you're on a bolster. You can either roll off the bolster or just rest to the left. And then use your top arm to press yourself up and sit comfortably. Eyes closed or soft. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Intuiting any subtle changes in your state, physical, mental, emotional. Maybe without actual words to describe them, just feeling. Bowing your head down into your practice and all it holds for you. Thank you.